What is up everyone, today we'll be showcasing a very strong double Hisui team for the Hisui Cup. We're running Electrode and Qwilfish. Then to cover for their weaknesses to the fighting types mainly, I'm leading Gastrodon. This team works kind of like an ABB style team. If I don't face a Toxicroak or Lucario in the lead, I'll usually switch into my Electrode, which is just an amazing safe switch in this meta. There are very little hard counters. Most things you can just hit extremely hard with Wild Charge or Energy Ball. And if they have a fighter, sometimes I'll bring it in, which clears the way for Hisuian Qwilifsh to sweep. Now, I am running Poison Jab on Qwilfish, and you might be wondering why. Well, the main reason is that with Poison Sting, it is really just a worse Drapion. It is still really good, but Drapion is just better because it has the same moves but crunch instead of Shadow Ball, which is just better. But at least with Poison Jab on Qwilfish, it is interesting. You have much more fast move pressure than the Poison Sting variant, which helps a lot with farming stuff down and then unleashing charge moves on the next Pokemon, which definitely came in clutch in some of these battles. Anyway, let's head into these battles. First game, I lead into a Lucario, which is very good for my Gastrodon. They bring out the Hisuian Electrode, which is very good for my fish. This is where the Poison Jab comes in very handy with Poison Sting. This be kind of a iffy matchup. With the Poison Jab, I can just shield once, farm this all the way down, and have Aqua Tails loaded for whatever comes in, which will likely be the Lucario. So I'm just gonna go straight for the Aqua Tail, really hoping I get to 2 of these. Of course, they always get that counter through. Just hoping I can survive this, but I can't. Qwilfish is pretty squishy, which comes in handy sometimes, but a lot of times you die with a move, just like that. Anyway, still got Gastrodon for the Lucario, so this is not that bad. They're gonna go for a move here, but I should barely be able to survive because the Gastrodon is pretty tanky. I instant switch into my Electrode. In comes a Cresselia. And at this point, I felt pretty good. I thought I'm gonna get the 3 Wild Charges before they can get the 3 moves. And 3 Wild Charges should knock out, right? Even when they use a shield. Well, I was wrong, because Cresselia is just insanely tanky, and one of these Wild Charges doesn't even do 40%. So I'm actually gonna need to hit 3 and take the shield. This might become problematic. I don't have any Gastrodon left as well, so it's not like I can mud slap it down. So there might only be one win condition at this point, and that is a catch. Can I get it? I do get it. I catch the Grass Knot. This will definitely knock out my Gastrodon. Then I bring out the Electrode, Thunder Shock it up, get to the Wild Charge to take out the Cresselia. What a close match to start it off. GG. Alright, next match, Hisuian Electrode in the lead. This is quite bad for Gastrodon, as they can just straight Energy Ball to knock me out. So I go straight into my own Hisuian Electrode. Honestly, in this whole team, Hisuian Electrode was my MVP. It is so good. I would honestly argue it might be one of the best Pokemon for this meta. It works in the lead. It works as a pivot as we're running. It even works as a closer. It is just amazing. It is really good. And my opponent doesn't seem to have any answer, so they're staying in, which is alright with me. I can Energy Ball this again. And I don't know why I went for the Energy Ball here. I should have really just gone for a Wild Charge. They bring in a Lucario. If they no-shield this is so smart. But luckily they shielded up. I even get a defense drop, which will definitely help out my Gastrodon here. Mud slapping this down right now. Shadow Ball definitely hurts though. But should be able to Mud Slap down right before they take me out. Have a Body Slam loaded. So even if they come in with the Electrode here, I should be alright to get off this Body Slam, but they come in with a Froslass, which is definitely not ideal. Froslass is a bit of a pain for this team, I'll be honest, because both Gastrodon and Electrode don't do that well, and even Qwilfish is not awesome, but I've been able to manage it more often than not. Like, Froslass is quite common, and I still went very positive with this team. I went 8-2 actually, and I faced so many Froslass, so yeah, it is quite fine. It just requires a bit of teamwork. Luckily, I get the Aqua Tail bait here, and then I catch the Avalanche. on my Electrode. I needed to catch this, otherwise they would have outpaced me. Now I easily get to the Shadow Ball. Yeah, this Electrode has a move still too, so that's why I needed to catch that. Because if I had to shield that Avalanche, they would have just killed me with the Electrode right there. But now, safely get to the Shadow Ball versus Froslass. Good game. Abomasnow lead is the worst thing you can possibly see. So I go into my hard counter, the Qwilfish. They bring in the Gastrodon. This is quite bad. Their team doesn't make any sense. They lead weak to fighting and they have a Bastion on the bank. I really don't understand it. Well, it works against my team, so yeah, we're just gonna deal with it. I'm not sure how I'm gonna handle this Abomasnow now. I think I kind of gotta save my Qwilfish, since my Gastrodon or Electrode definitely aren't taking out the Abomasnow. So I will shield up the Stone Edge actually, and try to dip out of my Qwilfish after this. Maybe I should have built up to an Aqua Tail already, but it's okay. We Mud Slap down the Gastrodon. Maybe they let me get to a Body Slam. They do. This is huge. This won't take out the Abomasnow, but we'll put it very, very low to a range where an Aqua Tail should knock out, which I don't have stored yet, but I don't think they have a Weather Ball ready quite yet as well. At least I hope they don't. I bring in my fish, go for the Aqua Tail here. Hopefully they no-shield this. And let me take them out. They do no-shield it. We take out the Abomasnow. In comes the Drifblim. It's only 4 hexes for an Icy Wind, so I'm just gonna throw this move before they can get it. Hopefully get a shield. We do get a shield. I bring out the Electrode. Now can we get to double Wild Charge before they get to 3 Icy Winds? I definitely survive one. I have another shield left, so I need 2 more, and it is looking like we are gonna outpace. Electrode is incredibly spammy. It is ridiculous how spammy this thing is. It's only 5 Thunder Shocks per Wild Charge, which is pretty ridiculous, as we're about to fire off both of them back to back, and this will definitely take out the Drifblim here, beating the Abomasnow lead. That's what I call a GG. Alright, Staraptor is very annoying. I bring in Electrode, which is arguably a bad play. I think I should have gone into Qwilfish. Qwilfish is still a pretty good safe switch or pivot. And it's the soft counter to Staraptor, and I don't think bringing in my hard counter was the play here. So yeah, anyway, to bring in Froslass is actually not that bad. I want to get the 2 Wild Chargers here, hoping they let the second one go, which they do. I should be able to Mud slap it down there. Oh yeah, actually one thing I haven't talked about. I'm gonna get a ton of comments about this. Why am I running Water Pulse on the Gastrodon? Well, the main reason really is like Gliscor or what else? There was another thing. Gliscor and Drifblim, really. It can come in quite clutch versus Gliscor and Drifblim, and you really don't need Earth Power for anything, honestly. Like, you Mud Slap everything down anyway. Oh, this Aqua Tail not killing is so bad. But also, it could come in handy versus Staraptor. Actually, I probably just Body Slam there anyway, but yeah. Gliscor, Drifblim, Water Pulse can come in really clutch. You really don't need Earth Power for anything, so I like the Pulse. I like the Pulse, though it didn't come in handy at all in these battles, but I remember last season when Sinnoh Cup was around, it definitely came in clutch a couple times, so that's why. Anyway, not gonna come in clutch this battle, as the Toxicroak is just gonna knock me out. Yeah, we just got hard countered here, which is unfortunate. Alright, talk about hard counters. Electrode lead into my Gastrodon is pretty bad. I bring in my own Electrode here, and they stay in. Once again, these Electrode leads seem to be quite weak against Electrode in the back. While we know we can survive 2 of these energy balls, so we will be able to put their Electrode deep into the red after this is over, which is quite good. Apparently they aren't that weak to Electrode though, as they bring in the Cresselia right now. We've seen this before. Wild Charge or 2 Wild Chargers won't kill, but we'll put it very, very low in a range where I can hopefully farm down with one of my Pokemon, probably Qwilfish. It's not in a range where I can farm it down with Gastrodon before they get to a Grass Knot. So I will bring in my Qwilfish here. Usually I don't like to show my third this soon, but I'm kind of forced to. I don't want to bring in my Gastrodon and shield. Instead, I'm just going to bring in Qwilfish, farm down. This was only 5 Psycho Cuts, right? So this should only be a Grass Knot, which it is. Easily take that. Well, For a resisted move from such a tanky Pokemon like Rosella, actually quite a bit. But we did take it. In comes Barrel, and well, this isn't great. At least I'm doing damage with the poison jabs, but all of my charge moves are resisted, especially Shadow Ball is very resisted, so I'm forced to go for Aqua Tails here. The Electrode is still alive too. Luckily, I do have 2 shields on my Gastrodon right now. My only hope now is to be able to just fast move this down, but they had some energy coming into this, and these Mud Slaps really aren't doing that much. So I actually throw my move here, thinking that I would farm this down with Qwilfish and then just unleash charge moves on the barrel, but the barrel has a surf loaded. So really my only win condition is at this point is hoping I can Mud Slap down. That's the only win condition I have, and I get it. I went for it. We farm it down right before they get to the energy ball. In comes the barrel now. I can hit the body slam or defense was dropped, but Gastrodon is so tanky that I think I still survive this move, and we Mud Slap down the barrel. Yes, we do. GG. Alright, Toxicroak is what we love to see. In comes the Licky. I had no clue what to do, so I bring in the Qwilfish. This is probably a mistake. Well, I don't know if it's a mistake. I'm just not very prepared for Licky, honestly. Yeah, I really was hoping this 2 Aqua Tails would knock out. I throw right before their next body slam, but I think 2 Aqua Tails barely wouldn't knock out. So instead, I'm just gonna go for the farm down here, hoping I can farm down in 6 poison jabs. If I can, I get there before the body slam. That's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6. They survive at 1 HP. Yikes. I have to double shield to remain switch advantage, which, well, isn't too great. And they bring in Empoleon as well. And I go for the Aqua Tail. We're now 2 shields down. Luckily though, I have 2 really good answers for Empoleon in the Hisuian Electrode and the Gastrodon. So this might still be possible. They bring in Toxicroak and have horrible timing on their Mud Bomb, which gives me an extra Mud Slap there. I should be able to farm down the Croakster now. Just barely. I'm gonna try to burn some shields off of this Empoleon. At this point, I don't think I can fast move this all the way down, so I gotta take a shield. Luckily, they do shield, and they get to another body slam. Honestly, this body slam isn't very effective unless they shield, but of course they wouldn't. Now, I just gotta get to double wild charge to take out this Empoleon. They actually made a misplay here. I'm pretty sure Empoleon wins CMP versus Electrode. They really should have waited with throwing their drill pack until I threw a wild charge. Then they might have been able to win. Maybe the drill pack barely wouldn't have knocked out, but anyway, I'll take it. We double wild charge, we take out the Empoleon. GG, our Froslass lead is quite annoying. Froslass, yeah, is kind of strong against this team, alright. It's not ideal. Look at that, that's so much damage versus Gastrodon. They just shield farm me down, so I'm gonna go for the body slam bait right here. Every single Froslass shields this, honestly. And I don't want to get farmed down, so I actually bring in my Qwilfish here, which might seem quite stupid, because now I might get my Electrode lined up versus Froslass later. But it is the risk I gotta take. In comes a Toxicroak too. This is not too good for me. We're kind of getting a bit hard countered at this point. But I should still be able to get to an Aqua Tail and get this thing quite low. Could have also considered going for Shadow Ball, but I was expecting a shield. They don't shield though, unfortunately. I throw one before they get to the next Mud Bomb. This will knock out or take a shield. I'm really hoping a shield, because if they use a shield, I could have farmed this down with Electrode maybe, with a catch, but yeah, they don't shield. In comes the Froslass again. I do get to the Aqua Tail, but it's not enough. It's not enough since they still have a shield. And then I think I have to go into, well, go into Trode here, hoping to catch a move on my Gastrodon later, but I actually switch out. I go for the Wild Charge immediately here, thinking that the switch took 1 turn, so they would have never been able to CMP tie here. But they did CMP tie. I misplayed this though. I know I can survive a crunch. These never run Sludge Bomb anymore. So what I really should have done is farmed up. I really should have farmed up to 2 Wild Charges before throwing the first, and then taking a crunch. I should have, because if I did that, I could have survived that first crunch and then just got into 2 wild charges and then maybe catch the move on Gastrodon. That would have definitely given me a win con. But throwing that wild charge before the crunch was just what lost me the game ultimately. Anyway, we have another Froslass lead. Can we get redemption this time? Gonna go for the body slam again. Like I said, they always shield. I bring in my fish. This is looking like a rematch from the last game, actually. I'm gonna shield this up once again. They bring in the Empoleon right now. Not too great. But this time, I don't hit an Aqua Tail on it. I go straight for the Shadow Ball. And look at this. It does so much damage. Bring him straight into the red. Unfortunately, not able to get to the Aqua Tail afterwards. My opponent, very smartly counting, throws the Hydro right before he wants to get to the Aqua Tail. Bring in Electrode now. Can I farm this all the way down before they get to the drill pack? I barely can. What do we see coming out right now? It is the Froslass gonna throw this energy ball. I could have farmed up a little more, honestly, but I lost track of energy earlier, so I'm just gonna throw it right here safely. In comes Drapion now, which is fine with me, but it's not ideal because one wild charge, I'm pretty sure, doesn't knock out just yet. And they should be at another move right now, or there should have been a 9 Poison Sting, so Crunch plus Aqua Tail at that point. So I tried to catch it, and I did. Caught the Crunch. Gonna go for the wild charge. Does this knock out the Drape? I think it does. It does take it out, and it is another good game. Got redemption from the previous Froslass lead. Alright, a great lead. In comes a Drifblim. That is pretty alright. I don't think Qwilfish does that well here, though. I haven't really looked up the sims, but it's looking like 2 Icy Winds plus Hexes will knock out, and these Shadow Balls don't come out that quickly. I feel like if Drifblim wants, they can flip this switch advantage, but luckily for me, they decide to let the Shadow Ball go down. I farm him down, and yeah, now we got switch advantage, which is pretty nice. I think even if they went for switch advantage, though, I would have had Electrode in the back with a shield advantage, which would have been quite deadly too, right? So I would have been fine with either one. Gonna get off the bait there. Can't reach the next Shadow Ball though, so I'm gonna go for the Aqua Tail right here just to do a little bit of chip damage. I really need it on Froslass because now I'll be able to Mud Slap this down. I think I should shield here. I don't. Alright, interesting. It's a Toxicroak in the back. Hello? You kind of need your Gastrodon alive? Right? Alright, interesting. Alright, what do I do? Oh, I go for the body slam. They are at another avalanche right now. They are at another avalanche. But I decided to switch out for it, keep it for... Oh, it actually was Drapion, not Toxicroak. Decided to switch it out, keep it for my backmon, which is quite annoying. Go for the body slam, hoping to get a shield here, but we don't. So instead, I'm gonna shield this up. Yes, shield this up. Farm a couple more. Try to catch the next Crunch on Electrode. But they don't throw Crunch. This is the only Drapion in the entirety of Hisui Cup that is Sludge Bomb. It almost kills my Electrode, but they're at 1 HP. They have to throw the Avalanche here, and I still have my Gastrodon left at this point. Saving 2 of my Pokemon there is what won me the game, since they had 2 charge moves, or they had 1 charge move loaded on their Froslass. They can only kill 1 of them. And we just take him out with the Gastrodon. That was the final game of the day. Like I said, this team did very, very well for me. I definitely recommend it. If you don't have a Qwilfish yet, just run Drapion or Skuntank. Both would run very, very fine. But if you do have a Qwilfish, definitely try it out. It's very, very fun. That Poison Jab, Fast Move Pressure, plus the still relatively spammy Aqua Tail is pretty good. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Good luck with your battles.